holding a warm tray, as if a miracle from a chef. I can't help but wonder how this came about. The usually ice-cool king was surprisingly smiling, a truly jaw-dropping sight. So next morning, everyone packed hastily. Jack recalled last night's store food, thanked exaggeratedly, and praised the chef. "I'm so glad you liked it, because there's a mountain of food waiting for you. My bad. Last night's snowstorm was a wild bash. Roads are nasty slopes, cars can't move. This place is so remote, the roads are no-go, and the snowplows are probably still snoozing. What a snow job. Maybe we could lay down together?" The mom instantly rejected her son's absurd proposal. What a concept. Weather's terrible, helicopters won't dare fly. Luckily, there's time before the meeting. The king, after deep thought, chose to stay one more day, as if conducting a major math experiment. In the afternoon, his mother arrived. "Good and bad news. The snow has stopped. Roads are clear. But the runway was damaged by last night's gale, closing the airport." The king remained expressionless. His busy work-life stress clearly overshadowed the significance of this trip, which makes one ponder the life of a worker. Seeing her son in distress, the mother felt a pang of heartache and gently nudged him to vent. Just then, Annie happened to overhear the conversation. Annie immediately embarked on a search expedition, intrigued by Jack and the country they mentioned. At that moment, she realized the strangers she brought back were actually quite the catch. What a revelation. During of a grand parade tonight, the mother, to ease her son's worries, invited Annie and her daughter as guides, arranging another meeting with Jack. At this point, Anna's mood differed greatly from their first encounter, as if in a mischievous rom-com. Everyone seemed to conspire, leaving the two at the rear intentionally as Annie enthusiastically introduced local customs. "Jack might be mistakenly taken as my boyfriend during the parade later. This kind of misunderstanding occurred frequently, leaving people both amused and exasperated." Eventually, the king was too lazy to return, standing by the street, waving at parade kids like a star. Event organizers gave gifts everywhere. Everyone was having fun. From their first meeting yesterday to now, their interactions had been non-stop. Time flies when you're having... But since they had to hit the road early tomorrow, Jack and his group had to head back to the hotel for some rest. Just as everyone sped up to leave, the king accidentally stepped into a puddle. What a surprise. Fortunately, a carriage was right there. Faced with Anna's urging, the king said seriously, "Riding alone is boring," then lifted Annie onto the carriage. Locked eyes, their expressions awkward yet unspoken, as if the king himself was puzzled. On the return trip, the two sat in silence, like strangers too tired to even chat. Eventually, Annie broke the silence, draping a scarf gently over Jack's feet, showing her concern for his cold toes. From desserts to sheltering them from blizzards, Anna's care was constant, a true versatile sweetheart. This selflessness Jack had never felt, like something from books, a true miracle. The king finally dropped his disguise and openly expressed his gratitude, leaving Annie feeling a wave of nerves. Annie was hardly surprised that she had guessed his identity. After all, who wants to bring negative vibes? On the way, Annie shared many funny stories about their country, turning the trip into a delightful gathering. A day and a half together sparked mutual affection. Fate seems to have a hidden twist. Late at night, both thirsty, they bumped into each other in the hall and started chatting on the sofa. Annie finally replied to Jack's earlier question, "How did I become so caring?" It all boiled down to her childhood experience. Her mother died young of illness, teaching her to care for others. Her father said her mother was a kind person in town. Therefore, many people knew Annie, from passing aunts to the grandpas driving the carriages. All had been helped by Anna's mother in some way. Thinking of family, Jack remembered his father who died a year ago. Genuine emotions flooded out, swiftly filling the room with a heavy atmosphere. Until their gazes accidentally locked, Jack broke the slightly awkward tension, saying, "I should head home." At the door, Jack turned back to Annie. "If I don't see you tomorrow, thanks for hosting. I've never met anyone like you before. I didn't expect to see this unique side of you." But come morning, he would be leaving. This fleeting emotional journey was destined to end before it began, as dawn broke. Today there's no snow, yet the king wore a frown. The strong winds last night had blocked the bridge to the airport, a complete disaster. He said there's only one road on this street, but secretly felt relieved, thinking maybe wait a bit longer. Led by Annie, Jack joined the team decorating the hotel for Christmas. It was a win-win situation. As a king, he knew better than anyone how to prepare for the upcoming Christmas. Just a glance at the stuff in the attic, and he was bursting with decoration. Though some things seem ordinary, his passion and creativity hint at the coming warm festive vibe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more laughter and fun.